Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome to another live broadcast of the Covington Reds 16U. Once again, we're back here at George Walton Academy, the baseball field, where our Covington Reds will play in our second game of the double hitter against the Macon Nike RBI squad. Macon Nike RBI squad coming in here with a stacked team, 20 players deep, it looks like. So it looks like they come to players. They'll be up to the bat first. We'll be in the field as the home team, and we'll get ready to rumble, folks. So starting the day off extremely good was our Covington Red 16U as we won the first game of our doubleheader by the score of 7-0. This seems to be another great test for our Covington Red 16U, and I'm pretty sure our boys are up to it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for logging into the live broadcast. Once again, George Walton Academy is where we are playing today. Beautiful field. The weather is outstanding, and we're about to watch some outstanding baseball, folks. So if you don't know if somebody is watching, definitely reach out to them and tell them to log in. Become a faithful subscriber so that they can watch anytime our Covington Red 16U squad plays the game. We've just thrown the ball down, so that means it's time for some baseball, folks. Put your seatbelt on and look forward to having a great baseball game today. On the mound today, we got Chris Ross behind the plate. We got Kurt Campbell on first base, and the guys are at the pitcher's mound giving lots of love to Chris before he sets out on his mission. Sage Lovelace to take first base. We got Rylan on second base. J-Man on shortstop. Cam rounds out the infield on third base. And we got Devontae in left field. Josh Brown in center. And Gabriel White will round out the outfield in right field. All right, once again, folks, we're getting ready to start the second game of our double hitter. This is the first game for the Macon Nike RBI squad. Not sure if they have a game right after ours or do they skip a game. But either way, we got to take care of business right now. So definitely reach out to us just like you did the first game. I appreciate everybody logging in, sending their responses. I do have my producer this game, so please send out some shout-out chat in the chat, and we'll get as many people on air that are coming to see our Covington Reds and want to just be known that they're out there watching. So we do appreciate you guys. So very exciting time here for our Covington Reds. Also want to give an update on Marcus Solomon. Marcus, I know you're out there watching like you always been. If you guys didn't realize, we lost one of our really talented players, Marcus Solomon. He got hurt in our last game, laying out for a ball and kind of lost his arm underneath the dive, and unfortunately he kind of messed up his clavicle a little bit. But it's good to let everybody know who has been faithful watching the program that Marcus is in good spirits and good conditioning. He's just on the mending trail. So say a prayer for Marcus, and definitely we will send our best out to Marcus. So, of course, the boys are definitely keeping Marcus on their mind. So, Marcus, hey, here's to you, buddy. We appreciate you watching, looking out for your players because we know you got love for them just like we have love for you. All right, folks. So I think there's a couple things that we're going over, Coach Tay, making sure everything is done the right way before we start this ball game. They have switched the umpires. The umpire for our first game is now on first base, and the umpire that was on first base is now doing the balls and strikes behind the plate. So once again, we are playing the Macon Nike RBI squad, and it'll be our Covington Red 16U second game. Chris Ross will be starting pitching, and we'll be right back as soon as they're ready to log the first pitch. All right, folks, we're waiting for the visiting team to put all their players. They did come deep with about 20, and the coach hadn't put everybody on there. So I think right now they're just adding that on to the roster list because if he didn't have them on there at the time of the game, he would not be able to put them in the game. So just want to give a huge shout out to my main man, Mike Campbell, out there. We see you always checking in. Appreciate the shout out. And of course, our GM himself, Jeff Colbert's out there. Let's go Reds. Big game for our guys today. So two of our regulars out there checking in. Jeff would normally be here if he could, but we know he's going to always take a look at his squad anytime he has to be away from the team. But all right, folks, getting ready to start this up. Hopefully they'll have some fast handwriting over there and we can get this bad boy underway because we are in our black uniforms and they are sitting directly in the sun. So definitely not the greatest situation for our boys right now, but it's time to play baseball. So let's get it going. All right, folks. Now we're back to live action. About to get it crunk up here. It's the Macon Nike RBI versus our Covington Reds 16U. Chris Ross starts out on the mound, and his first pitch. Ooh, low and inside, and that's going to start off with Chris behind in the count 1-0. So beautiful day here for baseball. We are at the George Walton Academy playing baseball here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Thank you all for checking in and logging into our live broadcast as Chris throws one right down the pipe and he evens up the count at 1-1. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to George Walton Academy High School. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to come out and play at your wonderful field today. Chris Ross goes back to work and the pitch is low in the dirt. So now he falls behind in the count 2-1. Count is 2-1 here on the batter. Chris Ross goes back to work, puts one down, makes the batter go for it. He bounced one in there, but the batter was fooled, and now the count is even at 2-2. And the pitch. Okay. I believe he fooled not only the batter, me, and the umpire, but we didn't get the call. Now the count goes full at 3-2. First batter of the day, folks. Let's see if Chris blows one right past him. And the pitch. Oh, low and bounces in there. So the first runner is on base, and that'll be the a walk. And now they have their first base runner leadoff hitter on first base as Chris Waltz prepares for the second batter of the inning. Chris goes from the stretch, takes a peek over at first base. He throws the ball over there. Nice toss, nice quick pickoff attempt. Umpire calls him safe. I don't even know if the umpire was ready for that quick toss over there to Sage Lovelace, but the runner did get back there as he tosses back again. So we definitely paying huge attention. The team basically poses as if they have a lot of speed. I think we're going to have to find out. As Chris looks down the barrel again and focuses on the batter and the pitch. That one's in there low. So far, Chris throwing some low balls in there. He's going to eventually find where he wants to be. That one goes in the dirt, and the count goes to 1-0. Toss back over to first base. Great location there by Chris with the ball. Sage snatches it up, but the runner was able to dive back in, and he gets in there safe and sound. So Chris Ross gets ready to work back on the batter. The count is 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. The pitch. Ooh, foul tip back to the fence, and that one knocks us down. Yep. Man down. The camera is went down, so please hold on. We'll be right back. That's a good pitch. Yes. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh. You been doing it?
If I knew I would do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got the ball straight. I didn't do it. Let's roll. Take your time. Let's go.
Nobody hurt. Everybody know what it is. Nobody hurt. Contact, you ready? Hey!
You hear through the phone.
Yes, sir! Woo! Mighty close. Mighty close.
Now, can you hear me? All right, folks. After getting hit by the ball on the net, give me a second. All right, folks. As you've been hopefully been able to watch, the Macon Nike RBI was able to get one run. The runner on first steals the second. Mike fakes the throw, tosses it back to Chris Ross. So just to get you all guys up, caught up to date. We have one out. Chris did get a strikeout here. Now they have a man in scoring position on second and third. Nice pitch right there by Chris Ross as he blows one right down the strike zone. And the count goes to 1-0. So they do have some motion on the bases here. Oh, right there again as Chris blows another one. So count should be 0-2 here. Yeah, he swung. Count is 0-2 with one out. Oh, right there again. So Chris wastes no time and puts three of them straight down the middle. So we get the second out of the inning, folks. Only giving up run right now. They do have two men in scoring position on second and third now. Bringing up the next batter here. We're trying to get this batter and keep the runs off the list. That's Chris. Looks like he has a bolt of energy on the mound as he is not wasting any time with his wind out, just trying to throw it as fast as he can. So the first pitch starts off, puts him behind the count 1-0. And the pitch. That was low and outside as well. So Chris finds himself behind in the count 2-0 with a man on second and third here in the top of the first inning. We trail the contest 1-0 here to Macon RBI. And the pitch. Swung and a miss also. Chris had one fall right off the table, but the batter was able to swing. And now the count is 2-1. And the pitch. Whoa, that was inside. That was a great pitch that Chris. It froze the batter, but not good enough for the umpire to call the strike, so the count will go to 3-1. They still have two men in scoring position, and the pitch. Oh, that's low and outside, and that batter will take a boogie on down to first base. So now they have the bases loaded, so we've gotten ourselves in a little bit of trouble here early in the first inning of this ball game, as now the bases are loaded. We do trail in the contest 1-0. We need that elusive one out, and let's see. Chris Ross go to work. Swing and a miss there by the batter, so Chris blows one by him. So I could just tell that, Chris is kind of taking it personal from the standpoint that when he revs back and fires, they can't even catch up with it. So the count is 0-1 with two outs. The pitch swung and popped up over our dugout, folks, and that'll take the account to 0-2. So Chris finds himself in a great position right now trying to get us out of the inning so we can get in and start swinging the bats. Counts 0-2, bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the first. The pitch. Ooh, that's it right there. But unfortunately, he does not get that outside corner. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? That was unbelievable right there. He hit that outside corner. That should have been a strike, but they gave us a ball. And the pitch. Okay, so he throws one outside. Now that's the ball right there. We need to do a reprieve on that last one, but that's okay. Count us 2-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Chris Ross not taking any time, rearing back and firing, and the pitch. Oh, that was low. So now the count is full. Huge pitch right here. We have nowhere to put this young man, so if he gets a walk, he is definitely getting a run in. Chris Ross goes back to work. Top of the first, real intense moment, and the pitch. Oh, and we lose him. That's all right. I think he was going with his changeup and kind of let it go just a little bit too late and lost control of it. So we're going to give them another run on the scoreboard. And now we've fallen behind early in this contest 2-0 here as we are still in the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss.
I want to make sure. In there when they just ban, if they got numbers in there.
All right, so the count is 0-1. Chris goes back to work. He bounces one in there, gets away from Chris. The runner's coming down from third. He tosses it back into Chris. The runner slides in, and so they get another run on the scoreboard. So the count is 3-0 here. And now they got runners on second and third here with 2 outs. So we had the 2 outs and tried to stop some of the bleeding, but unfortunately we weren't able to grab that one. And so now the count is 3-0, and we are here in the top of the first. All right, so on the batter, the count is 0-1 with 2 outs here. We're trying to desperately get out of this inning here in the top of the first inning. Our Covington Reds is falling behind early, 3-0 here in the top of the first. The pitch, ooh, nice right down the middle. Chris blows another one by him, so that count is 0-2. So now Chris right where he was on the last batter. Let's see if he can blow another one right past it. Okay, and the pitch. Ooh, okay, so now the count is 2-2, so I did miss the pass ball. So now that even up the count. So the count is even up 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Game has got some intensity already as Macon has jumped on the board 3-0 to our Covington Reds, and that catches the outside corner. Yet again, he is not getting the call. Cannot believe that, folks. That hit right there off that corner. Kurt's even asking, like, how far are we away, Coach? What do we have to do, Mr. Blue, in order to get that call? Count goes full at 3-2 with 2 outs. The pitch is, that's got to be a strike. Okay, nowhere else place he can put that ball, so I might need to have a conversation with Blue to find out where is his strike zone today. So great job of Chris getting himself out of it. He just wasn't getting the calls. I know he's probably letting Coach Tate know that, and we're sitting right behind him. That caught that outside corner all day, every day, but he didn't get the call. Needless to say, we're heading to the bottom of the first inning. We trail the contest 3-0. We'll be right back. All right, folks, as we start the bottom of the first inning, our Covington Reds 16U gave up 3 runs to make a Nike RBI. Jay Colbert, known as J-Man, will lead us off here on in the batter's box, and followed by number 4, Devontae Hardiman on deck. First pitch by the Macon Nike RBI squad. Right down the middle. And J-Man finds himself behind in the count, 0-1. And the pitch. Okay, so that's the pitch that we didn't get the call, but he gave that directly right back to them. So now it's counted as 0-2. So 2 strikes on J-Man. So he's got to basically protect at all costs. And the pitch. Oh, J-Man, right? The same pitch. Same pitch, and J-Man watches 3 strikes go right down the middle. Now, that second one was kind of susceptible, but, you know, it is what it is. We got to find out where this umpire's strike zone is. So now 1 down here on our Covington Reds 16U here in the bottom of the first. We trail 3-0. Number 4, Devontae Hardiman steps into the batter's box and the pitch.
Calling it, y'all. Let's go.
So if it's going to be at the bottom of the strike zone, we're going to have to swing because that's 4 straight pitches that we just watched go across the plate. Now, like I said, that second one, that was borderline. But if that's going to be a strike zone, we're going to have to start lifting that bad boy up from there. So count is 0-1 here, Devontae, as the ball went scattering away from the pitcher and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now, Devontae to swing his head all the way out of the strike zone. And now he will find himself down 0-2 here with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Swung on and cracked over to second baseman. He makes a couple of steps in, and he catches the ball on the fly, and that'll be our second out of the inning. Kurt Campbell steps into the batter's box with number 7, Cameron Scott, sitting on deck. So they got our first 2 batters out. And now we move on along to Kurt Campbell, trailing the contest 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Kurt steps in. The pitcher delivers the pitch. Swung on and hit right there up the middle. Line drive right up the middle. So great job, Kurt Campbell. Socks on right up the middle. And now Cameron Scott will come to the batter's box. Yes. Line drive. So nice piece of hitting right there. He took the first pitch he saw that was nice and drilled it on a line drive straight up the middle past the second baseman into the outfield. Pitcher throws the ball over. Kurt had a nice little lead, but he saw that, toss it over to there, and I could just hear Coach Lovelay's voice right now. You better not get picked off over there. So Kurt Campbell had a nice little stride there. Cam Scott steps into the batter's box. Pitcher takes a little backwards look. Now comes direct down the pipe. This kid right here is throwing nothing but strikes. We're going to have to be cautious of that. I think out of 9 pitches, he's probably thrown 8 strikes here so far that I've seen. So we got to realize if he's going to throw strikes, we got to put bat to ball. So behind the count early here, 0-1 is Cam Scott and the pitch. That's low, bouncing in. Great stop. Oh, man. Great stop by the catcher. Had he had control, he didn't necessarily want to throw it, but he saw it was so wide open. He released it. It was too low, bounced on the ground, and luckily the first baseman was able to gobble it up, but Kurt was able to get back. Kurt looked like he might have been in position to boogie on down, but we're going to have to be careful because they're not messing around as far as throwing that ball. Count is 1-1, 2 outs here, bottom of the first, and the pitch. Swung on and hit down and past the shortstop. Oh, the shortstop get it, gathers up, crawls it back. Oh, that's safe. He's there. And Kurt boogies on down to third base. Cam Scott gets the first base. Kurt gets a nice little turn around third base, but he decides to stay on third base. So great job by Cameron Scott as he moves Kurt along to third base. So now we got something working on the bases here. Got runners on the corners here in the bottom of the first. We still trail the contest 3-0 here. So Tyson Maxey steps into the batter's box, man on the corners, scores 3-0. We got 2 outs here, so this is a huge bat here for our Covington Reds as we trail the contest 3-0. And the pick. Swung on a hit down to third base. He gathers it up, takes a couple of steps, tosses over first base, and they get out of the inning. So we did make a little motion on the bases. Tyson made some great contact, but he hit it right directly to the third baseman. He grabbed it, gobbled it up, shot it over to first base, and they get out of the inning. That's all right. We did get some motion going. No runs across the plate. We trail the contest 3-0 here as we head to the top of the second. All right, folks, we make our way to the top of the second inning. Huge inning there for Macon Nike RBIs. They put 3 runs last time they were up to bat. Chris Ross kind of picked it up there towards the end of the first inning. Let's see if he can continue his pitching ways here going into the top of the second. A couple pitches that he did not receive. I believe Coach Tate Lovelace walked out and had a conversation with the umpire to make sure that we're calling it right to both ways. Now, one of the parts about being a pitcher is being able to hit those corners. That's something that Chris Ross does a great job of. So if you're not going to give us the corners, you need to let us know. We don't want to go somewhere else, but we will if we have to. All right, starting off at the top of the second inning, Chris Ross goes back to work. His first pitch is about to be delivered, and Bunner fakes the bunt, but Chris drills it right down the middle, and he started off heading the count 0-1. So I believe Chris has that chip on his shoulder from the last inning, and he's coming out firing. Batter swings, the ball hits it directly into our dugout. I'm glad our boys was able to duck that one. That was a shot directly into our dugout. That's the second one they went in there. One of the moms just pointed out to me. She's as observant as I am. Somebody's trying to take us out over there, and the pitch. Right down the middle. That's strike 3 there, baby. Ain't nowhere else you can put that one. So right now, Coach Tate Lovelace putting a little bug in his ear, like, give us the corner, baby. We need that corner. And that's what they gave us that time. So now they have another batter come up as we start off the inning with the strikeout. So Chris Ross, I believe something triggered in Chris last inning at the end of that inning to make him say, hey, it's time to go to work, because he threw 3 great pitches right there, and we got our first out of the inning. Top of the second, we trail 3-0. The next pitch by Chris is outside corner. He is not going to give us that today. It does not look like that. That was a little bit farther outside, but I still think he caught the corner. That's going to start off with us behind in the count 1-0. And the pitch. Low and inside. Chris falls behind 2-0. One out here in the top of the second. Macon on top, 3-0. The pitch. That was low as well. So Chris falling well behind in this batter, and he's behind in the count 3-0. Sun is shining. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. A lot of teamwork happening out here at these travel ball games as Chris throws 4 straight balls, and the batter will walk on down to first base. So once again, I just wanted to let you guys know there's a lot of great teamwork here happening amongst the parents as the Longhorns, who played right before us, Lanier Longhorns, if I'm getting that correct, they were so kind to allow their tents to stay so we didn't have to put ours up because they have a game right after us. So huge shout out to the Lanier Longhorn faithful. We do appreciate you guys. Chris throws the next pitch to start off the next batter. That's low and outside. He'll fall behind in the count 1-0. They have a runner on first base. No outs here. I'm sorry, 1 out here in the top of the second. And the pitch. Right down the middle. So great pitch right there by Chris Ross. He puts that one directly down the middle. And now the count is even at 1-1. Everybody's on full alert here as they seem to be able to swing the bat pretty good. Chris tosses one over to Sage. Sage doesn't see an opportunity to make a play. Runner was able to get back sliding. No harm, no foul. Chris gets the rock back at the on the mound, and he tosses one back over there again. So Chris's pickoff play is to find out if you're going to be sleeping over there or not, as he peeks over there once again with the count even at 1-1. The pitch. Right down. Fouled off by the batter. We'll jump ahead in the count on that foul to the count of 1-2. Coach Tate Lovelace shouting out instructions to our defenders. 1 out here. 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch. Right. Batter's trying to battle his way into this account as the count will stay 1-2 here. As they have made it back to their top line. This was their leadoff batter, so 3 runs across the plate, and they're back to the top. Chris blows one inside fastball, and he gets the next batter with a swing and miss. Now we have 2 outs here as we are still in the top of the second, but great job of great series of pitches right there by Chris Ross. I've seen something a little bit different. This kid always he never ceases to amaze me with nice pickoff attempt. Chris thought he had him. Sage thought he had him. Umpire's the only one was in disagreement. We're going to have to talk to that young man. Definitely going to have to talk to that young man. All right, so we go back to work here on the batter. No balls, no strikes here on the batter. Man on first base. Chris taking a little pause in the action. Peeks back over at the runner on first. Tosses one back over there. So Chris wants to make sure that runner over there stays honest over there. He's not going to let that guy get any kind of lead off as we got 2 outs trying to work for that elusive third out. Count is 0-0 here on the batter. 2 outs here in the top of the first. The pitch. Oh, that one goes high. So Chris will fall behind early in the count 1-0. Once again, just a beautiful day here. We're sitting under the tent. We got the fan blowing. Oh, we having a good time here as the runner, the bottom pops out. Kurt tries to locate. He heads to the fence. Oh, he runs out of area. Not sure if it bounced off the net or not. Couldn't really tell from where I'm hit right now. But all right, folks. So we had another little mishap there, technical difficulties, but we were able to get back online so you guys can see how that inning ended. As Chris Rawls did his thing on the mound and struck out the last batter. So no runs given up in that inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Our Covington Reds going to do their first or their best job of fighting back into this game. So we'll be right back. All right, folks, as we mosey our way into the bottom of the second, I'd like to give some huge shout outs to some wonderful folks who are out there logging in, watching the live broadcast. I want to give a huge shout out to Gabriel White's auntie, the lovely Lisa White. We appreciate you looking out for us, Lisa. Hope you enjoy the game. And your nephew, I'll pass along some encouraging words to him as well. Also, my man Gary Cobb reached out and said, "Let's go Reds." We appreciate you, Gary. Thanks for checking in. Of course, the wonderful grandmother of Gabriel. He got a bunch of folks in here watching him, and we appreciate you definitely stepping into it. Lisa giving us some more. Hey, nephew, do your thing. Straight from Colorado. We appreciate you checking in as we head back to the live action as Sage Lovelace steps up to the batter's box here. He'll be leading us off with Gabriel White, number 10, sitting on deck. First pitch of the inning. Oh, that one's high. Sage watches that one go by. Now, that might be the first pitch that I saw that went somewhere outside of the strike area by this pitcher. So, hopefully, not for a negative thing, but we can just keep our eyes open to see if that changes up the momentum of the game. So, Sage to start off here at this bat, starting off 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And the pitch. Oh, that one goes high as well. So, that's the second straight pitch that this pitcher has unleashed, and he did not unleash any high balls in that last inning that he pitched, which happened to be inning number 1. But so far, we start off. Sage is ahead in the count 2-0. And the pitch. Swung on and popped out to right field. It might be a blooper, but the second baseman is on his horse, and he boogies out to right field and catches it before it gets deep into the field. And Sage will pop out. And that'll be our first out of the inning as Gabriel White steps into the batter's box. All right, so Gabriel White steps into the batter's box here. One out here in the bottom of the second. We trail the contest 3-0. The first pitch to Gabe. He turns around, squares the bunt. He pulls it back. That ball is high. So great job to show and pull back there by Gabe as he falls. He jumps ahead in the count 1-0. All right, the count's 1-0 here to Gabe in the bottom of the second. Covington Reds trying to fight their way back into the game. That was low, almost bounced in there. Gabe is ahead in the count 2-0. Now, we expected a great game here from the Macon Nike RBI. So now it's the time for our Covington Reds to show what they're made of and fight back into this ball game. That was low and inside, so now Gabe is well ahead. 3-0 here with one out. This should definitely be a take pitch. As Gabe steps back into the batter's box, we're trying to get one of those runners on base. Dave made some contact, or Sage made some contact on that last one. Let's see what Gabe can do here at this pitch. It should be a perfect pitch. Oh, he bounces one in there. So Gabe will boogie on down to first base on a walk. So we'll take it any way we can get it as Gabe moseys on down to first base. So now we got a runner on first base here in the bottom of the second. The game is 3-0. We trail the Macon Nike RBI squad with one out here in the bottom of the second. All right, so Gabe has a nice little lead over there off on first. The pitcher delivers. Gabe takes off going down to second. And safe. He got dead to right. For some reason, it looked like he had a monkey on his back. So he got thrown out there. So
Hit the ball.
Doctor said the catcher was getting that on. All right, so we're up to our third batter of the inning, and this will be Josh Brown. And he swings and cuts it, hits it back to the net. So that's the second player that's been thrown out, trying to steal down to second base. Gabe's usually a good base stealer, but he was caught dead to right. He actually kind of slid around it, but I believe the tag was definitely made well before he made the base. Oh, a pitch that was, All right, count is 2-1 here on the batter. Josh Brown swings one, hits one back to the. We good? We hit one back to the net. Good thing about it, it didn't mess up the camera. So now the count is 2-2 here. Full count with two outs here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is inside. Did not hit that corner. Oh, Nike RBI faithful. A little bit distraught right there as the count goes to full 3-2. So he's not really one of those umpires that like those corners because that one almost painted the corner. Josh gets another pitch, swung on and missed and struck him out. All right, so as we head into the top of the third inning, our Covington Reds trail this contest 3-0 to Macon Nike RBI. We've been caught stealing twice there heading to second base. So something that typically doesn't happen to our Reds, us getting thrown out on the base pass as far as trying to steal from first to second. But we did find out that catcher has a decent arm out there, so we're going to have to be more cognizant of what pitch we're going to steal on. So, folks, once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the live broadcast. We're broadcasting live on YouTube. Please tell all your friends to go ahead and log in and subscribe and follow the channel so that we can broadcast all of our live games to you. This is the second game of our doubleheader today. We're still in our pool play round, so once this game is determined, we have to wait all the way until later on this evening before we will find out what time we will play tomorrow. We'll definitely try to update you guys as much as we can. You want to head out to our Facebook page, which is the Covington Reds 16U Facebook page. Our lovely team manager, Shay, she does a phenomenal job with managing that Facebook page. She puts all the up-to-date information on this. Anytime you want to know anything about our Covington Reds, head on over to our Facebook page, and you will be extremely happy that you did that. Well, that's going to be the first way to find out when we play tomorrow. So once we do find out, we're going to be broadcasting live again. We still have unfinished business to do here as we trail the contest 3-0 here to the Nike Macon RBI. All right, folks, make our way to the top of the third inning. Macon Nike RBI leads this contest 3-0. Chris Ross goes back to work and blows a strike right by the batter, and he'll start off ahead in the count 0-1. So far, it's been a rock and roll game so far. That hit that outside corner, and he gives us the outside corner. That is absolutely incredible. We appreciate it. I think he's growing with the game as well as he's getting one right there. Sage Lovelace snatches one down there at first base and makes a play as the Covington Red faithful cheers in applause. Great job by Sage Lovelace as he stopped the line drive down to first base, and that'll be our first out of the inning. All right, so Chris will start off with his second batter of the inning as we got our first out of the inning on the first batter. Chris throws one, hits low and outside. He'll fall behind early in the count 1-0. Great play by Sage Lovelace over there on first base as he snagged the line drive. There's a huge story behind him making that play. The fans cheered like the coaches wanted to cheer, so we truly appreciate that as Chris Ross goes back to work as the batter tries to destroy the ball. He does a twirly twirl, but we got the strike, so now the count will go even here at 1-1. Chris goes back to work, not wasting any time as the batter fouls the ball back to the netting, and Chris Ross will find himself ahead in the count 1-2. And the pitch. All right, that one's high and inside, folks. We're adjusting the camera right now. Got my main man, E.J. White, helping me out while I do the play-by-play. Oh, that's right down the middle. And Chris caught him sleeping. And he'll catch the batter out, knock the batter out with another fastball strike right down the middle. And now we got 2 outs here in the top of the third. So the game has settled down tremendously from that top of the first inning as both defenses seem to be playing sound baseball. We still trail the contest 3-0 here to Macon Nike RBI. Swing and no swing. That ball hit low. It's a borderline, but umpire not real happy with balls that not directly in the play, although he gives that ball right back to Chris, and the count will go even at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Chris not wasting any time. I'm loving his work ethic right now. He gets the batter to swing and miss, and that takes the count to 1-2 here. So Chris has his workmanlike attitude on as the runner of the batter halts time, but he can't halt that pitch right down the middle as Chris Ross blows another one by to get us out of the inning. And so Chris Ross is in his bag right now. As we get a chance to get back up to swing the bat, we'll have number 15, Riley McCoy, stepping up to the batter's box, and I believe we'll be headed back to the top of the order. All right, so we head to the bottom of the third. Once again, we trailing, making Nike RBI 3-0 here. Our Covington Reds trying to battle back. Rylan McCoy steps into the batter's box. He's our first batter of the inning in the pitch. Swung and missed by Rylan as he falls behind the count 0-1. So good job here by number 40, their pitcher. He's doing an outstanding job with his location. He started off a little shaky the last inning. We did get a runner on, but we got thrown out at second base. So we got to put a couple good bats together and a good base running together to get back into this game. Second pitch here to Rylan of the at-bat. That one's high. Rylan watches that one go by, and the count goes even at 1-1. I can't elaborate just how great of a day it is for baseball, folks. Not too hot, not too cold, and the pitch. Oh, that's low. He bounces that one in there, so Rylan finds himself ahead in the count, 2-1.
I need to go apple taco. You know what you want to do.
J-Man sits on deck as we make our way back to the top of the order here. Bottom of the third inning, we trail the contest 3-0 to Macon Nike RBI. Swung on, fouled over to our dugout. That'll hit the net. And now Rylan finds himself with an even count at 2-2. This is our first batter of the inning. And the pitch. Swung on, hit down the middle. Shortstop is over there in place. He takes his time, gathers up, tosses over. He got a gun, folks, because he took his time, but he knows what kind of gun he has, and he tossed it over there. And they'll get their first out of the inning as Ryan tried to make it down there, unable to get to the base before they out. So that'll be our first out of the inning. As J-Man makes his way into the batter's box, we do have Devontae Hardiman on deck as we make our way back to the top of the lineup. The pitch, that's high and outside. Jaden does a good job of watching that one go to the outside, and we'll stay ahead in the count on 1-0. One out here, folks. We're down by 3 runs here to Macon Nike RBI here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Foul back to the netting. And it's like everybody's on full alert back here, making sure that camera stays in place for you folks. So just want to let you know how much effort is being put into bringing you live and living color baseball here from our Covington Reds 16U squad. And the pitch after the foul ball, swung and foul tipped into the glove. And unfortunately, that's going to be a strike. Oh. What was that, a ball? Okay. And the pitch. That was high and outside, so the count goes full here, 3-2 on.
All right, J-Man, it's full.
Big pitch here for J-Man here. One out in the bottom of the third. And the pitch. Swung.
It's foul.
It should be blinking. It should be blinking.
Yeah, that's all. Nah, you. It's gonna be a minute till I get this right. Thank you. All right, we're top of the fourth inning, folks. Trying to help ourselves out here, making sure the camera don't explode on us. Chris Ross been doing his work on top of the mound today as his fast working thing is happening. No, look. Okay, we're coming to check on Blue. Kurt. Okay, we got a little issue here, medical wise. That caught the umpire. Hopefully, he just taking a knee to catch his breath. That was a direct shot there. So, he looks to be smiling. Must be a young guy just to fly that one off because that one was a direct shot. Yeah, yes. All right, so they brought him out some water as well, just trying to alleviate some of the pain. So the Blue does a great job here for all these tournaments. We might give them a hard time during the game because we want balls and strikes to go our way, but overall we want to give them all kudos as well for the effort that they give each time they come out here and umpire one of these games. Right now, the game is real intense right now because we're trailing the contest 3-0 to Macon Nike RBI. We're in the top of the fourth inning. We do have 2 outs as Chris just struck out the last batter. The count on the new batter is 0-1. All right, folks, count is 0-1 here, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. We trail 3-0, trying to get our stuff back together. Chris Ross doing an amazing job here on the mound here. Once we was able to shake off the cobwebs, Chris tosses one over to first base just to keep that runner honest over there. We're about to dedicate it back to that. I'm going to take care of that batter right now so you can get out of this inning.
On one.
He ain't focused on you, Kato. You ought to be ready.
What? All right, folks, making this bottom of the fourth inning. Our Covington Reds trying to make a comeback. We're down 3-0 here to Macon Nike RBI. Kirk Campbell steps into the batter's box. The pitch is hit. He got a hold to it, but he popped it up. Center fielder is calling everybody off, and he makes the catch. So, Kirk, once again, we've done a great job. We did a great job of putting the ball in play. It's just unfortunate it's going directly to them. All right, so we got to find some holes where those Macon Nike RBIs located because we're hitting it here, and hopefully can start it off with Cameron Scott. Second pitch of the at-bat to Cameron. Swung on, hit right up the middle. That's kind of what we need. Shortstop, he bobbles it. Throws a wild ball. No. Oh, he could. Okay, folks, so Cam shoots one down. The shortstop bobbled the ball. He actually came back and still had a play. Unfortunately, he threw a wild throw. All right, so Cam does a great job once again and gets on base. Now we have a runner on second base here. One out. The wild throw, the ball actually went into our dugout, so that will give Cam a free walk down to first base. Tyson Maxey comes in here and fouls one back to the backstop. So he'll start off behind in the count 0-1. All right, so we got to do something right here to try to get ourselves to shorten up some of this lead. We got to make something happen here in a good position as the pitcher backs off, calls his catcher to go up and talk to him. So they're trying to set up some strategy. Tyson to move on down to talk with Coach Tay.